Hello, and welcome to the Crown Insight Consulting channel. I'm your host, Tanisha. In this video, we're going to be getting into a fun topic. We're going to be discussing Christmas. And so you may be thinking to yourself, it's September, why am I doing a Christmas related video? Well, before you assume that this is silly, let me explain. So I'm going to be discussing marketing and content ideas that can help your business thrive during the Christmas holiday season. So if you are an online e-commerce business and you're looking for ideas on how to thrive, get increased sales, this is going to be the video for you. I'm going to give you a checklist on everything that is going to be needed for you during this holiday season. So let's go ahead and get into it. So one of the first tips that I'm going to get into is I'm going to be talking to you. Oh, and by the way, you may see me looking to the side a bit, and that's because to make this video extra thorough, I took some notes. So don't be like, what does she keep looking at? But I'm going to try to keep my focus here. So let me continue. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the timing of holiday planning. Okay, so that's a very common question. So a lot of business owners will say, well, I know I want to do marketing for Christmas time, but when do I actually start it? Well, the time is now. Hence why I am giving this video to you in September. So essentially, Christmas marketing will start at the end of October. So literally like October 31st, okay? And when you start that marketing in October, in order for that to be successfully launched by that time, you need to start it now. In fact, if you start now, you might be considered a little late, but it's all good. If you really start now and really focus on moving forward, you should still make good timing, depending on things like inventory and how quickly you can get content up, things of that nature. But so let me explain to you the thinking of why you want to start as early as possible. Okay, so the first thing is shoppers are going to want to beat the rush, okay? So as a business, you're going to want to get up your Christmas marketing as soon as possible. Then on a side note, not sure if you've seen this, but I've been seeing from a lot of sources about how this year in particular, there's a big strain on the supply chain. And so as it relates to shopping, shoppers are going to really want to get a head start because number one, there could be increased prices, but the bigger thing is there could just be some delays with supply chain shipping. So it may take the businesses longer to get their inventory. So as a business owner, this is something you're going to want to take into consideration. So definitely get on top of that and make sure that you're getting an early start, but nevertheless, make sure that you're making plans now for your inventory, okay? The second reason why you're going to want to get an early start is you're going to want to avoid that Christmas congestion. Think about it. As a business owner, there's so much competition. So if you start earlier, you will get a competitive edge on your competitors, okay? And so another reason is, let's think about this from a planning perspective. Let's say, for example, there's social media influencers or celebrities that you want to have advertise for your Christmas campaign. Well, you're going to need to get a head start with arranging for them. Just think about it. If you're thinking about using them for your Christmas campaign, I'm sure there are other businesses planning on using them too. So why not be the one that asks first, okay? Another reason why you're going to want to get a head start on your Christmas marketing is because studies have shown that an increased marketing presence along with increased marketing efforts equal success. So yeah, the more effort that you put in to make your presence known online as it relates to holiday shopping, the better you're going to do, okay? So hopefully that convinced you of why you should get an earlier start on your Christmas marketing. Okay, so let's move into the next idea, the next tip for you. Okay, so now that you have a better understanding of the timing for when you should actually get started on planning for your content and digital marketing for Christmas, the second tip I want to give you is now it's actually time to plan. So when it comes to the planning and defining the goals, I think the goal is pretty obvious, right? We want Christmas sales. So if you're a new business, you want to get Christmas sales from October to December, or for you, it could be November to January. Or if you are an existing business, you want to increase your sales. So the one tip, or I should say like a practical tip I can give you in relation to defining your business goals, is be sure to write them down. Record them somewhere so that your employees and everyone that's working for you will really be on the same page in terms of what your goals are. So definitely be sure to put this in a presentation. Be sure to put this in a Word document or some sort where you're actually speaking of what your business goals are for this Christmas holiday campaign, okay? So it would say something like to increase overall gross profits between October and December compared to the same time last year. And then you might also want to have mini goals like increasing email signups, increasing social media followers, or things like increasing overall brand awareness, okay? So these are definitely things that you're going to consider, and the defining plays in setting those goals. And I mean, when you plan for success, you end up having success, okay? Especially with these types of things. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So an idea for thriving during the Christmas season would be doing customized packaging. So think about businesses like Amazon. Every year around the Christmas holiday, they always have some type of really cute Christmas packaging. So Amazon will typically do like on their brown boxes, they'll have like a Christmassy type of tape or some type of graphics on the box, and it will usually have like the shipping cutoff dates. So the next tip that I would give you is don't forget about remarketing tactics. So if you're not familiar with remarketing, I'm pretty sure that you are, you just didn't know it was called remarketing. So think about what Amazon does. So typically if you go to their website and you look at a product page, but you don't actually buy the product or put it in your cart, a lot of times you will see on another product page, or on that same product page, actually, they will have a different category that'll say, customers who viewed this product also viewed these products. I have to say that is one of my favorite categories because it really takes the work off of the customer, and it kind of just makes these suggestions that typically I find that they usually show me a product that's even better than the one I was looking at. So that's an example of remarketing. Or a more traditional example of remarketing is, just imagine you go on Google and you look up a product, maybe you go to the website and you add the product in your cart, but you don't actually check out and buy. Let's say you get distracted and you do something else. The company would typically send you an email saying, hey, you forgot something in your cart. I know Amazon is big on doing that, but there's a lot of other companies that do that as well. So that's an example of remarketing. Or I'm sure you've seen this before where you looked up a product on Google and next thing you know, you see an ad with that very product kind of following you around online. That's kind of more of like a traditional old school tactic that I will say this. It seems like people don't really like it. They find it a bit invasive, but hey, sometimes it works, okay? So those are just some tactics that you may want to consider. So if remarketing tactics are not for you, the next idea I would give you for having your business to thrive in the Christmas holiday season is consider working with a charity. So you can do something like having a percentage of your sales go to a charity like the St. Jude Children's Hospital, or maybe a local charity or whatever charity of your choice is. Or you may do something where as customers are checking out on your website, maybe you will give them an opportunity to donate to a charity of their choice or your choice. I know that's typically something I see at like a pharmacy or a drugstore. They will typically have, as you're checking out, it will say, hey, would you like to donate a percentage or this amount to this organization? So that's something you might want to consider as well, because I mean, we all know Christmas time is all about giving, and what better way to show your customers that you care about more than just getting their money, but you actually care about good causes and things of that nature. So one of the next ideas that I would give you for helping your business to thrive in the Christmas holiday season is, I mean, this one is pretty obvious, but making sure that you keep your inventory stocked. So earlier in this video, I had mentioned that, you know, I'm hearing from multiple sources about possible supply chain delays, and this is something you may already be seeing. So make sure that some of your more popular products that you know customers love, make sure that you have it in stock, okay? that's going to be really important during Christmas time. Okay, so one of the next tips, and this is probably my favorite one, so consider creating a gift guide. So as a holiday shopper, I absolutely love when businesses create gift guides because it really takes the work off of me. I mean, think about it from a shopper customer perspective. A lot of times customers have these long lists of people that they have to buy gifts for. So if I can come to your website and see that you have suggestions for me in a gift guide already ready without me having to do the work, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love that. And that's probably gonna be one of the first places where your customers click. And I will bet you that those products that are in your gift guide are probably gonna be some of the top selling products for the holiday season. I also think about Amazon. They're really good at doing this, even though at times their website can be overwhelming because of the lots and lots of products that they have on their website. I absolutely utilize and love when they create the different gift guides. It's gifts for your mom, gifts for your aunts, gifts for the tech lover. I absolutely love them. And I like also when they do their celebrity gift guides. I know typically they'll do the Oprah's favorite things, or sometimes they will have different celebrities create lists of what their favorites are. And I noticed that on Amazon, those products tend to sell out first. So definitely consider creating a gift guide. It's an easy way to increase sales. And related to that, after you create that gift guide, be sure to then email out that gift guide to your email list. And I'm telling you, you will see an increased open rate on your emails and definitely an increased conversion rate on those items that are mentioned in your gift guide. Okay. The next idea is update your imagery for the holiday. So of course, the preferred method, depending on the resources you have in your business, would be to do a holiday themed photo shoot. That would be great. But if you don't have the resources to do that, or maybe you just don't have enough time to do it, then the next suggestion would be work with a designer to see if it's possible for them to take your existing product images and create some type of maybe holiday themed colors, or it could be just some type of manipulation that they do to the image to just make it look more Christmas and holiday related, okay? So the next idea that I have would be don't forget about your email marketing. So of course, once you create your gift guides, once you create the holiday related imagery, once you are talking about the different sales and offers that you have for Christmas, don't forget to send it out in an email, okay? Don't forget to communicate it, not just through email, but also through social media as well. Okay. And while you're at it, you may even want to consider doing ads. So ads are perfect for the holiday Christmas season because you're seeing increased traffic anyway on the website. So why not convert some of that traffic into people that will buy your product? Okay. And while we're on the subject of website traffic, you should really use the holiday season to create an AdWord campaign for yourself through Google search. So consider investing in pay-per-click word ads and buying terms like, well, the terms really depend on your business. But for example, if I was someone who sold watches, I might consider buying terms like best Christmas jewelry for women, best Christmas watches for women, best last minute gifts. I mean, those terms are really specific, of course, to your business, but Christmas would be the perfect time to do it. And of course, for something like that, you're going to want to get a head start because that can be pretty competitive. And the better the keyword, the more expensive it is. So that's definitely something you're going to want to consider and look into. And another idea would be make sure that you have gift cards available for your customers. So a lot of people don't even bother to actually purchase a gift for people on their Christmas list because a lot of times people might not like what you buy or they might end up returning it anyway. So they usually go the easy route of purchasing a gift card. So you don't want to miss out on those sales. So be sure that you have e-gift cards available for those types of shoppers. Okay, and one of the final tips that I want to get into is discussing the types of content that you may want to consider creating. So if you are a smaller business or you just don't have many resources available to devote to putting out different types of designs and content, you may want to consider creating one type of Christmas content. And so typically this will just say something like, holiday sales and promotions available, and that will launch around the Black Friday holiday season, and you may just keep that up until Christmas time. And then once Christmas time is over, you might revert to whatever you're planning on putting up after Christmas, or you might just revert to something that says, have a happy holiday, and keep that up until Christmas time and New Year's is over. If you want to do something that's a little more in depth, you might consider creating 3 different versions of a Christmas holiday content. So you'll create one where maybe you give a preview or some pre-sales for the holiday season, and you will launch that around Black Friday. The second version of content you'll want to create is on Christmas time. Maybe it's where you'll just say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and you'll offer maybe some more promotions or holiday sales. Or a lot of times you could just say, hey, the holiday sale has been extended. And then the third type of content you'll want to have is where it will be post-Christmas content. So during this time is when a lot of businesses will either extend their holiday sale, or maybe they'll offer additional discounts. So these are all additional considerations that you will want to take into account for possible content that you'll create for the holiday season. So I really hope you enjoyed these tips on how to make your business thrive during the Christmas holiday season. Be sure to like this video, be sure to share it with someone, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you next time.